This fight over Texas gerrymandering exposes fascist plans to rig elections and violently suppress opposition. And what is urgently needed now is mass sustained nonviolent protests to drive this whole fascist regime from power now. The Republican majority in the state Texas legislature is working to redraw the map for the 2026 elections. They would gain 5 additional congressional seats. All this is carried out at the direction of Donald Trump.
I think we get 5, and there could be some other states we're going to get another 3 or 4 or 5.
On August 4th, Democrats fled the state, breaking the quorum needed to hold the special session. In response to this legal maneuver, the Republic-fascists unleashed pigs and punishments on the runaway Dems. All of this is being done to manufacture some kind of legal pretext, some allegation of illegal acts to justify the arrest of the Democrats, including using the FBI to crush the political resistance of the Democratic Party. This is a huge leap towards an outright fascist police state. And it's a further leap in the fascists using the armed force of the state to crush their political opposition. In this context, the response of the Texas Democrats has been important, and they must be defended against fascist attack. While some Democrats are sounding the alarm in important ways, most of the response is profoundly not commensurate to the extreme danger that we are facing. Now, several Democratic governors have announced that their response to Texas rewriting the electoral maps is
to meet fire with fire.
Eric Holder, the Attorney General under Obama, used an analogy to World War II. He said, I mean, it's like the Germans have invaded France. Are you just going to say, well, we're against the war and we're for a resolution of disputes in a peaceful way? Sometimes you have to take up arms. And when confronted with this authoritarian anti-democracy effort, we have to take up arms. While Eric Holder seems to be sounding the alarm about the extreme urgency, his remedy is totally out of step. What he's actually saying is this. Alert, the German Nazis have invaded France, and in a year and a half, we are going to vote against them. That's crazy, and it won't work. We cannot fight these fascists by relying on the norms and mechanisms of the system that's given rise to this fascism. Norms and mechanisms which the fascists are actively shredding. This fascist regime must be stopped, and it must be defeated now. Read or listen to this message from Bob Avakian. Not the courts and not the Democratic Party. Decent people mobilizing massively and relentlessly are the force that must be relied on to defeat Trump MAGA fascism.